Hey y'all, and welcome to or back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a short video for y'all, and I'm joining in with Marna from Dolls Rescued, and there may be someone else who hosted this challenge as well. I just heard about it from Marna and Darren's live, so if there are, I'll try to put their channel name on the screen, and I'll definitely have a link to their channel in the description of this video. But today I'm here to show off my Crissy dolls. So I actually have 4 Crissy dolls, but only 3 that are being shown here. I have 2 Crissys. This is actually my second Crissy, but my first one's in really bad condition, so I didn't want to show her. But I have Velvet here, and I also have Mia and Crissy. So Velvet's not in the best condition. I actually got her for like $10 back in 2019 when I was the ripe age of I think I was about 15 back then. I'm 22 now, so I'm a younger doll collector, but I've been collecting dolls ever since 2017, I would say, although I started collecting My Little Ponies back in, I'd say, 2015. And a funny little story about Crissy, not this Crissy, my other one, the one that's in awful condition now. The other one just didn't age very well, but this one I got at the Atlanta Doll Show, actually almost exactly this time last year, for a really good price of only $10, and I left her tag on her. But the first ever Crissy I got was actually the first ever vintage doll that I added to my collection, if we're not considering My Little Ponies as vintage dolls. But I got that Crissy. So there used to be this amazing like antique mall where I used to live, and every once in a while I would ask my Nana if she would take me after school on like Fridays or something, and we would go. And normally I would like get like a My Little Pony. I would get like a Barbie or something. So I did have vintage Barbies, but like she was the first other than a Barbie that I got before then. I would get like a vintage Barbie or like a little Care Bear or something, with like whatever money I have, or sometimes she would get me one because normally they'd be pretty cheap. But the first ever Crissy doll I found, she was more expensive, and she came with her original box that I sadly no longer have. But that Crissy doll, I think she was like $30, and I remember that I told my Nana about her, and she's like, we can't get her today, but then my mom ended up getting her for me for my birthday, and I turned 14 that birthday, so I was looking at her when I was just 13 years old. I remember that I was in 8th grade, which was very good but also really bad school year, and that was when I had my favorite teacher, and I would like chat with her and stuff, and I told her about the Crissy doll I found, and then she told me that she and her little cousin growing up had Crissy and Velvet, and I thought that was like so cool. And of course she thought that it was so cool that I was looking at the same doll that she had growing up in an antique store and all of that. So I'll always honestly associate Crissy with, that teacher of mine and that story. But I do love Crissy. I love ideal dolls. Now, the main dolls that I collect nowadays are dolls like Smart Dolls and Ella1 Wild dolls, but I do love my vintage dolls too. I'm a huge Ideal fan. I love Ideal. I actually wrote a paper about the Ideal Doll Company when I was in the 9th grade, so that goes to show that I really did like Ideal, and Ideal was the brand that made the Crissy dolls. So I've got Mia here. The story for Mia was that I actually didn't have a job at the time, and I only had a little bitty bit of doll money, and I decided I wanted to get a Mia with it. But her hair is like awful, her bangs, although I took a lot of time to try to fix them. But I kind of thought I could get any Mia, so I found one for cheap that I thought had a really pretty face, and then I was like, I'm sure I could fix her hair. But then I got her home, tried to fix her hair, and it didn't work out, which was pretty disappointing. She's still cute. I actually saw another Mia when I went antiquing it was like 2 weeks ago now, and I thought she was beautiful, but I really didn't want to spend the money when I have this Mia, and none of them are actually wearing like the fashions for Crissy and Velvet. This is the only one that has a actually vintage 70s looking fashion, and it's actually homemade. It wasn't from my knowledge. It's not an official one. It might have been an off-brand one, but this is just something that this one came in off eBay. Then this is a Glitter Girls outfit that I put Mia in. But I love Mia, and she's special to me because she was the second ever doll I ever restored on YouTube. The first one was my Tiffany Taylor's, and Tiffany Taylor is my favorite Ideal doll by far. Love Tiffany Taylor. Got her the next year, actually, when I got my Crissy, and she became one of my absolute favorite dolls. So I'm a big Tiffany Taylor fan. But yeah, Mia's special to me, and I probably will be keeping this one, but I do really wish she had better hair. So if any of y'all have any tips on how I can make this better, let me know. But her hair is just weird. Like, she has this big poof right there, and I haven't had her on display in a bit, but when I do, I'm going to have to try to figure out a way to get that to lay down. I don't want to cut it, but I mean, I just want to make her look cute. But there's the Crissy again, and then here's Velvet, who I just got off eBay when I was a, like, 9th, 10th grader, because I always thought she was cute. Definitely the next Crissy doll I want to add to my collection is the girl that's the same size as Crissy with blonde hair. I think her name is Carrie. I always really wanted her, and I almost got her when I was like 16, but I ended up getting a Barbie doll instead. But I do really like them. I do love my vintage dolls, although I mostly talk about my smart dolls and my Element dolls here on my YouTube channel. But I would, honestly, if I had like unlimited space, I would collect vintage dolls, but I don't. I'm going to have to look into it because I do plan to redo my shelves maybe sometime in the summer if I get around to it. So I can look and see, but this may be about the size of my Crissy collection for a while now. But I'm really happy with these girls. I'm actually going to the Atlanta Doll Show tomorrow on the 16th, so maybe I'll see some Crissy dolls there. If I do, I'll definitely take a picture of them or get a little vlog footage. I should have a vlog from that doll show coming up, so I'd really appreciate if you would check that out. That'll probably be coming out in like a week or two, probably on my channel. But yes, here is my Crissy collection. I know y'all probably, the other people joining in on this challenge probably have these like super beautiful Crissy dolls, and I have mine that look like they could really use a spa day, although sadly this girlie already had a spa day and she's like the roughest looking out of all of them. But she does have an absolutely precious face. I do love Mia's face. I think Mia has the cutest face out of all of them, but I mean, Crissy's iconic, so I guess I have to say that Crissy is my favorite. But there's my ideal Crissy dolls. I hope you like them, and let me know if you have any Crissys, if you join in on this challenge. If not, you can always join in. It's never too late. And tell me about that.